Kayfabe Avenue.
Justifiably in a position that I'd rather not be in, but the cream rise to the top. Oh yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, heels and faces, casual wrestling fans, and all you smart marks, I'm Richie Moon.
And I'm Kayfabe AJ.
I'm Kayfabe Focus.
And this is Kayfabe Avenue, and this is the all-out prediction card for 1 week out from All In. Now we're going all out in Chicago off the fresh news that CM Punk has been fired. Check out our CM Poo podcast on all streaming platforms.
CM Poo. Go check that episode out. We just finished it. It's up there. We're on all podcast streaming platforms and YouTube. So go check that out. We let out all our anger and our frustration about the situation out. And he left for CM Poo, and hopefully the stench doesn't stick around for All Out, which is tomorrow night. And unfortunately, it is going to affect whatever Ricky Stark is doing. So tonight, I guess we'll see. We'll have to wait until Collision airs to really know the full details of what Ricky Stark is doing on All Out, if he's even doing anything at All Out because of the situation. Yeah. He was supposed to be facing CM Punk for the real World Championship. So not only are we down a champion, we're down a championship possibly, and Ricky Stark has nothing to do but possibly face Ricky the Dragon Steamboat for absolutely no reason whatsoever in 2023. But on a positive note, the rest of the card looks good.
Yeah, no, it looks fun.
I would say so.
Let's start off with the AEW TNT Championship. Luchasaurus versus Darby Allin.
We all know it's Christian, the real champ.
You know what I'm saying? Luchasaurus versus Darby Allin. I think Darby Allin comes out with this.
I disagree.
I'm going Darby Allin on this. I actually hope I'm wrong. Well, I'm taking my pick back. I'm going with Luchasaurus. I'm taking my pick back.
No take backs. No take backs. I'm going with Luchasaurus off the jump for the simple fact that I can't believe he took that many coffin drops, especially to the casket just a week ago. He's admittedly said that his back is hurting from that situation. So a week out, you're facing Luchasaurus, aka Christian. That's a big thing to do a week after that big match. So
I'm definitely going with
Luchasaurus. It should be, by all means, it should be a squash match. By all means. But it's not. Darby Allin is, I don't know if he's of the supernatural, situation, but something supernatural about the way he's taking the casket drops. So, Focus, what do you think?
I think that Darby Allin's like turtles, and that he shouldn't be wrestling. He shouldn't be medically cleared to wrestle in this match. They should have gave this opportunity to anybody else in the back. There's a roulette wheel somewhere. Just put everybody's wrestler's name in there and figure it out from there.
Roulette with pole match
is basically like.
Not the roulette featuring a pole match. The roulette is on the pole in the match. And then you fight to the top of the pole to spin the roulette to finally find out what the match is. That's grade A.
Do not let Tony Khan listen to this. No, let's not. Let's no.
That's grade A Vince Russo booking right there, brother.
Let's not give Tony Khan any ideas, because next thing you know, that's what's gonna happen next week. I'm Dynamite.
Like, so the pole and the roulette, genius. Like, are there spikes? Brilliant. Can we put spikes on it? That's the genius part, Tony. The roulette is made out of spikes.
All right, who's gonna win the championship match?
Also, anyways, like I was saying, Darby Allin's gonna be the new Dynamite Kid. He shouldn't be wrestling right now. He should be recovering. They're gonna make this into the squash match so that he can say that Darby Allin was actually wrestling in this part, and then that's it. Darby Allin's gonna be gone for another 6 months. You know, filming black and white videos, being all the press and stuff.
I don't think Tony believes in
Okay.
squash matches. I haven't
And-
seen the squash
and he likes
since like
turtles.
Lance Archer was heavily featured. Don't you miss that?
Man, I miss Lance
Don't you
Archer.
miss Lance Archer beating people up, dragging them, and throwing them in the ring? I miss
That was
that.
the best
I miss
More
Lance
Lance
Archer.
Archer.
I need Lance
More
Archer
that.
throwing people through the roof. Remember when
Remember
he threw the dude through the roof?
that?
He picked him up and threw him through the roof, man. It was crazy, yo. It was Lance Archer, you know what I'm saying? Anyway,
You know, like,
all right, next matchup is the TBS Championship match between Chris Statlander and Ruby Soho. I think Chris Statlander is going to retain. They really haven't done much with Chris Statlander since she beat Jay Cargill. It's a shame because Jay Cargill had that championship for over 500 days. She was undefeated. That was a really high angle, and it just really haven't capitalized on it. But I do like Chris Statlander, and I think this is going to be a good match. And hopefully this is a start to good things, and we'll see Chris Statlander more on Dynamite and Collision.
Yeah.
AJ, focus. Yeah.
I'm going for Ruby Soho for the simple
Ruby
fact
Soho, okay.
that Chris Statlander is boring as hell as this champion.
Oh my gosh! Shut your whore mouth.
I'm sorry. I love Chris Statlander. I loved her when she was with the best friends and that whole situation, but she came back and just instantly earned it. Didn't really deserve it. Hasn't really brought anything to the belt. Hasn't really brought anything to spotlight that belt. That belt has felt meaningless since Jade Cargill has been away, and that's just how I feel.
Well, she hasn't been
I think Ruby Soho should win it off GP. But if we're going storyline wise and the situation with her and the Outcast and the whole page, Saraya winning the championship and the way it was won and Ruby's involvement with that. So there's a big chance that Chris Statlander is going to obtain, but by all means, I'm going for Ruby.
Focus.
This should be a Chicago street fight.
It should be Chicago street fight.
Yeah,
that's all I'm saying.
Okay.
That's it.
I think street fights featuring Chris Statlander should be held in outer space.
She's not an alien anymore. I think
when the hell did she stop being an alien?
She stopped being an alien a while ago.
Are you kidding me?
I do like the idea of Ruby Soho winning and then Saraya, and it's Saraya. It's Saraya.
I hear it pronounced both ways. So
you know what? Page That's who it is. Page Hey, not who's there. Page But anyway. God damn it. I do think it would be cool to have Saraya and Ruby Soho as champions, and then like this character that Toni Storm is doing, like the distraught Hollywood actress. I think that would make it even better because both of her friends have championships and she doesn't. So that would be cool if Ruby Soho did that and they played into that.
Yeah, definitely. It's more interesting.
Yeah. All right. Next match.
Coming into that match, hold on. Going into that match, Ruby has a better rivalry starting with Toni Storm than she actually has a rivalry with Chris Statlander going into this match. So coming out of it, she has an instant rival to defend that belt against. So yeah, I'm sorry. Get Chris Statlander out of here.
You got to take the TBS championship to a destination unknown.
Yeah.
Or
bring Jay Cargill back. We need her. She's missed.
Facts.
Yeah, I don't think she'll be back.
Now would be the time.
Right.
Now would be the time, though.
Next up, this match. I think this is like one of the main events of the night. This is going to be a really good match. They really built to this big on Dynamite for the post all in go home All Out show. That's a mouthful. The AEW International Championship match between Orange Cassidy and John Moxley. I think this has been one of the better told stories throughout
He's gonna be
AEW.
the main event.
I'm really excited for the story that they've been telling with Orange Cassidy and the story that they've been telling with Orange Cassidy versus John Moxley. I do think this would be the right time to take the belt off. Orange Cassidy has been the running storyline, his shoulder, his hand, his ribs, his back. He's had 31 defenses. They've elevated this championship way beyond the TNT championship. The international championship is definitely leveled up. Like we did, level up. That's a Tony Concho. But I do think this is the right time that John Moxley should take the championship from fighting Orange and Orange Cassidy.
I think Orange Cassidy should level up and whip his ass. And I'm going for Orange Cassidy.
No.
I think he needs to.
Nope. I'm not agreeing with you.
I think he needs to make he needs to make him understand what Tropicana is really about, and beat the pulp out of John Moxley for once.
I mean, no, everybody.
I'm pretty sure if we're judging by the last match that Moxley was in, I'm pretty sure he's gonna try to decapitate himself or something like this. Where do you go from stabbing a whole bunch of skewers into your forehead? So
Cisco Mox.
You have skewers through an orange, and then you stab Orange Cassidy with
we're gonna
it.
have a Mox kebab with orange juice. A good serving for the title.
Right.
No, but seriously, I don't know. I feel like the way they built Orange Cassidy in the last couple of weeks, giving him challenge after challenge, it looks like it's in the favor of Mox, especially with the way he dominates his matches and the run he's always on. But I think the bigger pop will go to Orange Cassidy actually fuck, I'm not putting my hands in my pockets for this one. We're on go from the beginning of the match. And when Orange Cassidy actually does that and has those moments, he can pull off a really great match. So I'm gonna go with Orange Cassidy. I think that's probably the more logical way to go. Mox is always he's always pushed towards the top. I think Orange Cassidy gets a bigger rub, and it'll position him a better as a champion. There's more to gain for him winning.
I think that he should lose it against somebody in Wrestle Dream. Not at All Out. So I'm gonna go with Orange Cassidy somehow, some way, getting the pin or whatever, or climbing the ladder, or Judy Bagwell's mom or something.
Judy Bagwell's mom on pole match. I agree. If I actually could choose one person to beat Orange Cassidy for, it wouldn't be John Moxley. It'd be a storyline built up with Keith Lee. Next up, we have the Ring of Honor Tag Team Championship match. Adam Cole and MJF, the Brochachos. The Dark Order, which is this is gonna be a fun one. John Silver and Alex Reynolds.
The Dark Order.
Yeah.
They got an opportunity.
Yeah, they've been wrestling on Ring of Honor. Yeah. And they've been racking up some wins, and they won the Battle Royal on Rampage the other night. And here we are. I thought it should have been the Kingdom, but maybe they're waiting to pull the trigger on that a little bit.
Tony Khan, everyone doesn't watch everything.
Yeah.
I need a whole recap on that.
That's been a constant from the beginning of AEW. They think that everybody watches everything. They should definitely. They need to do better with video packages.
Just focusing on what AEW's been doing, right?
Focus doesn't need one on.
I have no knowledge of their progress to even have an opportunity at these belts.
What happened?
The way I'm thinking, they want them off the Aussies.
Aussie Open.
They won them off the Aussies, and then Fresh because they're AEW. They need to implement. They need to stop playing. Let Ring of Honor take over Collision, ROH Collision, and just do away with this separate company.
It's
that's
network,
doing their own.
It's a network. I'm gonna tell you, it's a network. The network,
God.
not WB. For whoever brought I know it's not Warner Brothers anymore. Whoever brought that, they don't want the Ring of Honor name on. They want AEW on it because AEW draws more.
So
money.
then AEW's Ring of Honor Collision.
God damn it! That's like using That's like using like the definition of a word. That's like using a word in the definition. Like you're describing something and you use the same word in it, man. You can't do that, man. You can't do it, man. You can't describe something juicy.
AEW presents Ring of Honor Collision. ROH Collision.
But they got their own streaming. They got their own show. They got their own show.
On the tube.
All right, but how accessible is it? How do you watch it?
I agree. I'm not disagreeing with you at all. That's why I'm saying AEW.
Yo, bro,
really
I don't even get notifications of highlights from Ring of Honor, and I'm subscribed to their YouTube. By the way,
that's crazy.
I don't even get notifications for none of their highlights.
They get shadow banned because YouTube doesn't like wrestling.
You know what? I'm gonna do a wild card pick.
Wild card?
Wow, yeah. I think Dark Order wins. Dark Order wins.
The Kingdom interference?
I think read my mind. I think Dark Order wins with the Kingdom interference. And yeah, the brochachos taking out. I think Adam Cole takes Adam Cole takes the pin.
Oh yeah.
So I'm going for
what I'm gonna say.
Adam Cole and MJF. I want to see double clotheslines for the next couple of months.
So I'm gonna say Better Than You, baby, is gonna win after the Righteousness attack the Dark Order.
See, you're informed on what's happening, or you're looking up what's happening with Ring of Honor.
I'm here for it. I'm here for it. I like the Dark Order. I wish the Dark Order.
Maybe that's exactly what's gonna happen. Focus already called the Kingdom's involvement in the Adam Cole match, even though it didn't go exactly how you said, but you did say that it will close out with the Kingdom somehow being involved, and that's exactly what happened. So,
and now the Righteousness is gonna take over the Dark Order.
So for people who only watch AEW and WWE, who are the Righteousness?
The New Kingdom, I guess.
Kingdom version 2?
Yes.
Do you know who the people are?
Vincent and the other guys.
Tony, not everyone. PSA, Tony Khan. Not everyone watches everything.
So Vincent and
we need heavy highlights. Highlights.
So Vincent and Stu Grayson and the other guy.
All right. I'm going for MJF and Adam Cole, baby.
I'm gonna do a wild card pick. I'm thinking the Dark Order through some heavy shenanigans. Though I do love the Brochachos. So
the Brochachos?
Yeah, that's their name, the Brochachos. I really do want to see them keep going. I want to see a double clothesline.
The Brochachos.
Who gets over a double? Who gets over a double clothesline? That's what you know. You're just doing good.
Kenny Omega and Okada could have done it. They could have done the double main making.
They did the rain trigger.
The rain trigger.
Yeah. That's what I named.
Then if you
that's what I named. But Hangman and Kenny did that already. They did that. That's like the buckshot and the V trigger. But anyway, next match is the Ring of Honor TV champion with the king of television, Samoa Joe, versus Shane Taylor. And I just want to say off rip, this goes back to what we've been harping on. I think we're going to say this just rest of the night. Tony Khan, AEW really got to show more video packages. Not everybody knows who Shane Taylor is. I think you should have had Shane Taylor interfere in that all-in match at Wembley so you can really put over. You have not mentioned anything about who Shane Taylor is on Dynamite, anything. He's barely been on Collision.
I only saw one highlight video
You
And it was like, oh my God, Shane Taylor's going for the championship against Samoa Joe. And that was it. They had no context. No, this is the rivalry.
More context.
Like,
we'll just leave it at that. More context, Tony. More context, please.
So what I'm gonna say.
Well, my bad. I do think Samoa Joe retains.
Samoa Joe retains for me as well.
So what I'm gonna say is that this is the what? The third television championship being defended on this card. They should have called this all television championship.
All TV.
All TV. All TV. Bro, because look at this. You got the Turner Network Television Championship, the Turner Broadcast Station Championship, and now you got the World Television Championship. You might as well have Zack Sabre Jr. defending his New Japan World TV
you know what?
Championship.
Where's Matt Cardona with the Internet Championship to come and outclass all of them?
Right. That's the indie god right there.
All right.
The indie god right there.
You know what? Where is Tony Khan getting the indie god involved in AEW? That's what we need. In place of CM Punk, we should have had the indie god versus Ricky Starks for the real world championship, which could just be rebranded the Collision Championship. And that's it.
Or the Woo 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 Championship.
After he wins it.
All right. Next match that we got up is Powerhouse Will Hobbs versus Miro. I'm excited for this match for the same reason that I was excited for the last match. Everybody wants their 5-star in the Tokyo Dome match. Everybody wants their high flippity stuff. But me, I just want 2 big men slapping man meat, and that's exactly what that's what's good.
Hey, yo, my man, pause.
Pause. Heavy
pause.
That was crazy. Cam voice.
Crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh man. Nah.
Big E voice.
This
Big E voice.
Besides his wanting of the 2 men just slapping each other around the ring. This is actually a good matchup. I like both of them, and it could go either way. I think this one should go towards Miro though, just because character wise he's a better package altogether. I think he needs to get pushed more in general. Yes. I don't understand unless it's injury related or something. I don't understand the lack of using Miro. His Redeemer gimmick is, it hasn't been trash this entire time. It's been really good. And I don't understand why they don't invest more into Miro. So I think that's what they should do. Miro should win. Is there any repercussions in this match? Does any of them get elevated after this, or it's just
a big 2 big men slapping man meat?
Oh God! Pause. Heavy pause.
Hey yo, this should have been a ladder match or something for no reason.
A ladder for what? They climbing for what? What are they grabbing? A chip?
I don't know. Something.
The brass ring.
It needs a stipulation or something.
It does need a stipulation. Focus. Give it a stipulation. Just give it a stipulation.
I don't know, man.
Come on, Focus.
Winner finally brings Lana into AEW.
Right, there you go. Winner finally brings Lana into AEW match.
Nah, man.
Next up, this is gonna be a good one. Konosuke Takeshita versus Kenny Omega.
Konosuke?
I definitely see Kenny Omega winning this one. I hope to redeem the all-in loss, the roll-up that Takeshita gave to Kenny Omega. So definitely see Omega getting his payback. No pun intended.
Focus. What do you think?
I think Konosuke is gonna win because of Don Fallon's.
I think the storyline was really hot. I think it kind of got murky with the whole Chris Jericho stuff. But I remember at one point, Don Callis couldn't even talk because the crowd was just booing him so
They
hard.
gave him the Dominic pop?
Yo, yes, he got the. That's crazy. We're calling it the Dominic pop, but yeah, he got the Dominic pop. He got the dirty
Yo,
Dom treat.
love or hate him,
Oh, Dominic.
in ring skill or not, that is the
Yeah.
biggest
No, and
heat
he got
pop
and he
I've
got in
ever heard
ring.
in wrestling.
No, Dominic has in ring. Dominic got everything. He just has to grow more, and you know what I'm saying.
He
Dominic
needs
got
to
everything.
stop doing the 619. That's
This is
another
the
conversation for
this
another day.
AEW.
That's
This
another
AEW,
conversation for another day. I think he should keep doing
AEW
the
show.
619. I think he should eventually put on a mask too.
This is an AEW show.
But we
This is true.
digress.
This is true. We digress. But I think this is probably going to be like low-key best match of the night. I mean, this is a Kenny Omega pay-per-view singles match. You're talking about arguably the best wrestler on the planet. But I do think storyline, it might make more sense for Takeshita to win. But I
Kenny
think
needs to get screwed again.
but I do think Kenny. I think Kenny does need a win. I think Kenny does need a win.
Screw job.
The
Might be
Elite in general, Elite been losing.
The Elite have been losing. The Elite have been eating a lot of shit. So I think Kenny. This is a hard one. I'm gonna go with my heart. I'm gonna go with Kenny. I think Kenny's gonna pull the victory out on this one.
Yeah, I'm going for Kenny too. What about you, Focus?
No skin.
You know what I'm saying? Okay. Next matchup. Continue with the Elite. We got Young Bucks and FTR versus Bullet Club Gold. I want to say that Bullet Club Gold has been one of the best things on Collision. Probably is the best thing on Collision. I think they're hilarious. Juice Robinson is hilarious, carrying the life-size poster board of Jay White, while the real Jay White is walking next to him. Elevated the gun.
Cardboard Jay White.
Cardboard Jay White, you know what I'm saying? It's great. Like, you know what I'm saying? They have good matches. I think Bullet Club Gold wins this match from some miscommunication with the Young Bucks, the FTR, maybe like a duck super kick or something like that. And I think the Young Bucks might turn heel. Maybe. I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't think they should turn heel. I don't know. Maybe they do. Maybe they turn heel and turn on. I don't know.
Maybe they joined the Bullet Club Gold.
Maybe they do turn, but maybe they, I don't know. Even though it's kind of weird, like it's their company, but it's just I do kind of feel like lately they kind of, I mean, they've had direction with the whole Blackpool Combat Club stuff, but I do feel like the Young Bucks have been like a little lost. A little bit. So that's why.
I kind of, I think that's exactly how I picture it. So I think I'm gonna go with Bullet Club Gold as well. You know, FTR and the Young Bucks, that kind of sounds like the super group, and by all means, they should probably be winning on paper, but Bullet Club Gold, I think, should win in that way with the miscommunication, continue that rivalry between FTR and the Young Bucks, especially coming off of all in that they didn't shake their hands, even though there was a package. And this is the thing, they have to feature this a little bit more. They did show it on the last Dynamite, but this should be on socials and should be heavily pumped material. Like, basically, FTR goes into the Young Bucks locker room and like asks them like, "Yo, what's up? Like, we just wanted to give you your respect." And then the Bucks admit they should have gave them their respect. That's how this whole thing ends up happening with the Bullet Club Gold walking in on them, and then them making this match. So they did show that on Dynamite, but it's that's something that they should have also been promoting heavily on social, because this is the whole reason this match is even happening.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like all of that would just elevate the show, make it stream a little bit better, because you don't really have to have 1,000 matches. Focus on something.
Speaking of 1,000 matches, how many matches are left on this card?
One more.
There are 2 more matches left.
All right. With that being said, let's put a pin on this Bullet Club Gold. We'll get our final predictions on that. Let's pay some bills real quick, and we'll be right back after these messages.
Yes, sir.
And we're back. We left off with the Bullet Club Gold versus Young Bucks and FTR. Focus, we wanted to get your final thoughts on that. So what do you think about that match overall?
I think the Young Bucks should join Bullet Club Gold.
Oh well.
You know,
And just screw FTR.
FTR. Yup.
6-on-2.
Yup.
Shit.
Yup.
No CM Punk to come and save FTR.
Nope. Just stay
Left the
clean.
CM Poo,
Hold on real quick. How about
which is the last episode we did, so go check that out. But him
So yeah,
them
I'm
joining
thinking,
Bullet Club Gold, that'd be a crazy swerve. A 6-on-2, that's crazy.
right? That would be crazy if the Young Bucks did that. I don't think it's gonna happen, but I mean, who knows? Who knows? Who knows?
it's probably not. It's not gonna happen, but
And
you know,
this match, I really like this match. This is going to be Eddie Kingston. Huh?
Eddie Kingston.
Eddie Kingston and Shibata versus Claudio Castagnoli and Healer Yuta. I call him Healer Yuta.
Wheeler useless.
He's useful. He beat Kenny Omega a couple weeks ago. I think I'm gonna go with Eddie Kingston and Shibata. I think this is a dope match. It's kind of thrown together. It's kind of random, but I do think it is badass because we get to see Shibata wrestle and team up with Eddie Kingston. I think this is eventually going to lead to, this is eventually leading to Eddie Kingston versus Claudio one-on-one again. I think we are going to get Eddie versus John Moxley again. So I think Eddie and Shibata for the win in a really fun tag team match.
I'm going for Yuta, for the simple fact that we just came off of the last episode of Dynamite where Kingston and Yuta had a great one-on-one for his New Japan Strong Championship. Great match. Wheeler showed a lot of heart, took a couple spinning back fists before he actually lost the match. So I think this doesn't do well for Wheeler Yuta to lose again in a situation against Eddie Kingston, unless they're just trying to run through him to get to Mox, like you said. Eventual Eddie versus Mox, which I don't think we need again, especially after them beefing, showing their friendship. Even in the Stadium Stampede at the end, they were literally laying on top of each other, giving each other the middle finger. But you can tell the friendship was still there. So I think Wheeler should pull out this win. They can use the fact that Shibata is in this match, and he could take the loss if they don't want Kingston to take a direct loss. So I'm gonna go for Yuta's team.
Okay, hell, Yuta, Blackpool Combat Club. Focus. What you think?
I think that this match should have been split in half. That we should have Eddie Kingston versus Claudio for the Ring of Honor World Championship match and make that the main event, and have Wheeler Yuta versus Shibata for the Ring of Honor Pure and the pre-show.
Yeah,
that's what this should have been.
I wouldn't mind
team match.
I wouldn't mind them splitting.
What is this tag team match doing for any of this stuff? Because
for the Blackpool Combat Club, they are a team, and it solidifies them as a team.
It solidifies them as a team, but it doesn't elevate the rivalry just because they're part of the team. Because Eddie's main beef is with Claudio. So this is basically, you got to go all out. Is all I'm saying. And they're not going all out because you could have Eddie Kingston versus Claudio for the Ring of Honor World Champion, or for the open weight title that Eddie Kingston has, or even have both on the line. And then you can have Shibata versus Wheeler Yuta and, I don't know, Sammy Guevara and Daniel Garcia.
Why isn't Sammy Guevara featured on these pay-per-views?
It should be Sammy Guevara versus Will Ospreay. Like, I thought that's what we were leading to, but I guess not. That which sucks.
Well, not with him and Jericho seemingly beefing with each other, leading into them wanting to tag and go for the tag team championship. So I don't know. I think they're mismanaging Sammy Guevara right now. Don't really know what they're doing.
But with him right now. They definitely should have had Shibata defend the Pure Championship against Yuta and a whole bunch of other contenders, and that's basically it.
But think about it. How many matches we've already run through? if they would split this in half, the time on this pay-per-view would have been crazy.
Even longer. Yeah.
It's all out. It's all
Yeah.
you
We
gotta
just
go
went all
all
in.
out.
They
You
just
Yeah, we
went
just
all
went
in.
home. Right, we just
now
went
you
all
gotta go all out.
Yeah. That's
Motherfuckers complain about spots. There you go. There's like 11 matches now. Boom.
right. There's quite a few matches on here, but
Wow.
no.
11 matches.
It's gonna be a good show.
A whole bunch of people.
Let me say it's 1, 2, 3.
All I'm saying is there's a couple of spotlight hogs, but it is what it is.
8, 9.
He's
9
already
matches.
counted to 9 matches, and you're talking about adding to literally the
Nine,
to the
9
11.
matches is good. 9 matches is good. Nine
Yeah,
matches.
because
9 matches.
Technically, it'd be 10.
let's be
Technically,
honest.
it'd
The
be 10.
average pay-per-view is
Technically, it'd be
5 to
10.
6 matches. You're talking about 9 matches.
Premium, yeah.
Like the super premium events are usually like the 10, 11 matches. Yeah. But
Why they cut it down?
That's a
WWE
lot.
cut it down.
This is super premium.
That's because
right here.
they split
this is
their night.
all out. This is
out.
all
Me and Focus were at the
and you
last
got
event. They had
you got
11 matches straight.
You got like a couple matches that are squash matches anyway.
That should be squash matches.
They might have a 0 hour.
Won't be squash matches.
They might have a 0 hour collision zone right now, so they might have some squash matches. But
we're gonna have Ricky the Dragon Steamboat versus Ricky Starks, with Ricky the Dragon Steamboat becoming the real world champion in his 60s and 70s.
Oh my gosh, that's
you know what?
preposterous.
I'm sorry, and I thought I never was gonna say this, but I agree with Focus. Bring the over 40 championship.
Thank you.
Bring it to AEW.
So we can do this.
Ricky the Dragon Steamboat versus Sting. At this point,
glad you came out.
I've come around. I've come around. If the viewers have been around, he's been plugging this damn title for like 3 episodes.
Come on.
There
you go.
There you
go.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Over 40.
Next match.
Over 40 championship episode coming on our Patreon soon.
Right after the Marty Jannetty, the Jannetty Strikes Back episode.
That's it. Goes to Jannetty. That's it. That was it for All Out. Goddamn. No over the 40. I'm not even talking about it. I'm not even going to speak.
Listen, we need the over 40 championship. We got Ricky the Dragon Steamboat back on TV. Hell, we got Dennis Rodman back for no fucking reason other than WCW Light.
We got Jeff Jarrett.
Come on, Tony, stop.
We got Jeff Jarrett.
So we can do this all day.
We got Jeff Jarrett. We got Sting.
We got Stang.
Christian is up there already.
Christian.
We got Taz.
Shit. Taz don't wrestle no more.
Bring JR. We got Arn Anderson. We got Jerry Lynn. We got RVDs that's back. Yo, that's a whole roster right there.
We got Matt and Jeff.
Oh Lord. With that being said, we could do this all day.
Some of us,
Kayfabe AJ.
But some of us
Mr.
can't.
Richie Moon and Kayfabe Focus.
Some of us is almost retirement, so
the almost retirement championship.
I didn't want to say that, bro. Now you bugging it. Now you being offensive.
Listen, Kayfabe Ab does not agree with the views of ageism. We don't want to get canceled. On that note, we can do this all day. Kenny, take us home before we do get canceled.